Okay, for you guys that don't know Jackson, first of all, where you been? He was an OG on the vlogs when we were doing weekly vlogs here. He's a beast. He's on Team Mike's Bikes with Sean, Jeff, all of them, Ryan. Absolute stud. And he's gonna talk us through today how to do some TT stuff, because I have my first ever TT tomorrow. This guy's really good at getting aero.
So EJ's TT this weekend is Merc style, which means you got to use a road bike, road setup, no TT helmet, road helmet.
Yeah.
You can't rest your forearms on the bars. You got to hold on to hoods, all the UCI BS. And so, you know, for climbing, it's all about watts per kilo power to weight. This is all about watts per aero drag, you know, watts per CDA, so power to drag. And so in aerodynamics, the most important things are the leading edge. So the things that are hitting the wind first. So like your front wheel and then your body, your upper body, your hands, your forearms, all that stuff, how you're punching a hole in the wind there. So the biggest thing is to get your upper body down out of the wind and to get narrow. But the thing is, you don't want to sacrifice power with that. So you got to practice it and feel out how aero you can get, how low you can get, how narrow you can get without sacrificing power. So that's what we're going to work on today. So normal riding position up here, usually sprint to get aero. You'll go down into the drops. For a TT, you actually want to hide. Right now, this section of my forearms is exposed. I want to hide that from the wind by getting it parallel and then tucking my upper body as low as I can and moving my forearms in as much as I can comfortably. Sometimes when you move in, you pop up. You don't want to do that. You want to stay low and get your head as close to your hands as possible. Ride as hard as you can. So that's the plan.
That's pretty much it. And then what's a good way to like plan out your power for someone that's doing this for the first time?
So your TT should be somewhere around 13 minutes or so. So you want to, think about if your 13-minute max is on a climb, you're probably not going to be able to do as much trying to hold an aero position. And you got to do some mental calculation. There's websites like Best Bike Split that you can use for this, but is it more effective to reduce your power target and try to get more aero, or do you want to sacrifice a little bit of aero and increase power? Usually the aero is worth it.
Okay.
But you want to think about the effort is going to be mostly steady, but you want to use your power a little bit more on the slower sections. So if there's a little bit of a drag that's uphill, if there's a part that's into the wind, I'm talking like 5 or 10%. So if you're like, for instance, just to make math easy, trying to hold 300 watts for 13 minutes, and it's an out and back, and there's a section that's a headwind, maybe you do 330 out and 270 back. You're not gonna try to do 400 out and 200 back. That's not gonna be fast. A little bit of variance, but it's easy to do that too much and then blow up.
That's worst case scenario.
That's worst case.
But basically, if we stay aero, it's free speed, right?
Free speed. And if when in doubt, stay steady. Pace it steady.
Gotcha. For sure, like at the end, I shouldn't be able to sprint. Best case scenario.
So break it into thirds in your head.
Okay.
That always works best for me. The first third, it should feel too easy. And that's when your mind's gonna tell you, oh, I can do 400 watts today. Yeah, today is my day. The chances of you having a 30% super day, they're like zero.
Yeah.
So ignore that, tell that part of your brain to shut up. The first third should feel a little bit too easy. The middle third should feel just about right. And the last third, you should be going, oh shit, this is way too hard.
Okay.
So break it up in that way.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's go practice our stance and see what I'm working with, dude.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks so much.